Hey there, you're watching Go Island, the model train edition. Coming up on today's show, we race across Throat Lake and meet several local authors.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial.
Well, hello there. You are watching Go Island, coming to you today from the model train room at the train station. Now, this is something brand new. We kind of teased you about it a couple of days ago when we were here at the train station before. This is a room dedicated to model trains, and it is so cool. And there's youngsters in here that are just having a blast looking at the model train that is running. And I think this all happened because Mr. Jake Hyde took over maintenance here in this building. That's the rumor that I'm hearing, that this is why it happened.
That's true, yeah. I look after it. We started out here last year. This was a storage room. And we had a bunch of old lumber laying around and stuff. And me and Mr. Alberni, we thought, well, we can do something with it. So we put it all together and this turned out.
Well, this is so cool. And I was also told that a lot of you industrial heritage guys were kind of into model trains before the big ones became handy.
Well, most of them are. I'm not. I'm an electrician, but I'm gaining interest in it now. I'm getting more intrigued, especially with some of the new ones around.
And the youngsters are just having a blast. We've got 3 of them in the room here. And we haven't even been able to tie them down long enough for an interview because they're busy watching the trains, playing with the trains and the dioramas. They're having a blast. And really, that's what it's about, isn't it?
That's what it's for the children. And for also the historic value. This is the outside vintage of the train station and the outside across the street and that. So there is some historical value to it too.
Wow. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more in just a few minutes to Dave Taverner, one of the other fellows that's involved with this. Jake, thank you so much for telling us about it. But before we talk to Mr. Taverner, we're going to head off to meet a local author, and Jose Araujo is going to check out the urban chicken situation. Welcome back. You are still watching Go Island. We are still here in the model train room. And just like I promised, I'm here with Dave Taverner. Now, I said it was Dave Taverner. I had the name wrong, and I do apologize. Dave Taverner is one of the fellows that, along with Jake Hyde, along with Jan Jansma, is here manning the train in the model train room. And Dave, this must be so much fun for you.
It is, yeah. It's a lot of fun. This is just the beginning of what we plan on doing down here. Eventually, there's going to be 6 modules set up behind this window over here where the log car is, and the kids will be able to come up and push a button and watch the train operate.
Unbelievable. Now, these dioramas are so elaborate on the edge. Where did they come from?
A gentleman by the name of Ed, he passed away some years ago, and when his system was dismantled, these were donated to the train station, and they are as an O-gauge working model. The logging division and of the Port Alberni train station in downtown here.
Well, they're so elaborate, they're so well done, they add so much to the room. And you were telling me something a little bit about the rolling stock here as well. Who did this belong to?
The rolling stock you see here on the table actually belonged to my deceased father back in Ontario. We had a whole bedroom about half the size of this room completely with HO gauge, and it took me 4 days to dismantle and pack up.
Wow. So this rolling stock is a good, should we say 40 years old?
A good 40 to 50 years old, yeah.
Wow. There's so much to chat about in here because it's so much fun. And you can hear the kids, they're just having a blast behind us. But before we tell you any more, we're going to go to a few more stories. Well, hello again. We are still here in the model train room. You know, it's hard to even make myself heard above these kids who are having so much fun. Very often when we turn the cameras on, little ones get a little bit silent. these guys are just totally enthralled with the model trains. They're having so much fun. They don't care if our camera's on them or not. One of the neat things about this is that the train station is now open every day. So this is available regularly.
Yeah, this model room now is available every day. They went 7 days a week when the museum put in the tsunami exhibit down here, and they were able to hire somebody to look after it.
Is this fun for you guys when you're down here manning this and meeting with people?
Well, it's not only fun handling this. I'm also a conductor on the steam train as well. So yeah, I love it. It's the best part of my life now that I'm retired.
Dave, you are totally all about trains.
You got that right.
Mr. Steam Taberner.
Well, yeah, you can say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Dave, thank you so much for telling me about it today. Thank you for the work you're doing here and on the train.
Yeah.
Good job. Now we're almost at the end of our show, but before we say goodbye, a couple more stories for you. Well, that does bring us to the end of another show, but before we say goodbye, there's one thing to say.
Be good to each other.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial, supporting community and providing personalized advice and service to clients since 1996. Our team is ready to help you with your financial future.